Hi, good morning, and welcome back to the Kristin Omdahl Show. This is episode 907. I'm Kristin Omdahl, and we're here live in Southwest Florida at the beach. This is the beautiful Gulf of Mexico behind me. If you're joining me live, please say hello. Let me know if you have questions for me. Let me know if you'd like to share something that you've been working on or something positive in your life, whatever. I know I would love to hear from you and everyone else in our really warm and inviting community in our live chat every morning. Would also love to hear from you. Let's see. Hi, Judy and Thea and Lisa. Good morning. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Happy hump day. Hi, Jackie and Karen. Good morning, Grace, Lisa, Wendy, Carrie, Julie. Good morning. Hope everybody's having a great day so far. I am wearing the Audra poncho this morning. Hi, Kat and Angela. Hi, Thea. Good morning. Hi, Terry. Hi, Sharon. Oh my gosh. Very excited to share something with you guys this morning. So I had to rebuy a couple of things on Amazon this week, like different things that have broken over the years and needed to be replaced. Like, for example, my immersion stick blender that I puree soups with and things like that. The cord broke, and the attachment between the actual thing that does the chopping and the handle, the attachment between the two of those broke as well. It was acting like I was going to get electrocuted by it. Like, the cord looked really, really bad, and so I had to throw it out and I replaced it. And really excited for the new one because it looks new and improved. I've shared it in my Amazon shops, and I'll let you know about it when it arrives. But while I was shopping for that and replacing my hot water kettle because it was breaking, and I've had some really bad experiences with water kettles as they're breaking over the years. I had one that broke. It broke the trigger that told you when it was empty broke, and the turnoff broke. So if I hadn't noticed, it was going to burn the house down, sort of thing. That was years ago. So I've always been sensitive about it. And right now, my current one, which was a hand-me-down and it was free, is starting to break. And it's starting to leak from the kettle on the outside. And I don't think anything that involves electricity should leak on the outside. So I decided to replace that too. And I found a gorgeous water kettle that's clear, and it lights up blue while it's clear when you're heating up water. It is so pretty. It would look so gorgeous doing it at night on the counter. Very cute. I'll share that with you next time we're in the kitchen as well. But while I was buying those two things, I found this water bottle, and I know you could say, well, you already have a water bottle. Yes, I do. I have that really awesome iron flask one that keeps water super duper cold, but you know, not everything does everything, right? And I've found that when I put fruit or any limes or ginger or anything in it, because it's not see-through, sometimes I forget it's in there, and then it gets funky and you have to clean it. You have to scrub it extra hard when you've let something go. So anyway, I decided to try out a water diffuser bottle. And so this one, hopefully you can see in there, it has a container in the container where you can add your fruit or different seasonings. I added some slices of raw ginger, some slices of cucumber, and some slices of lime in here this morning. And what's even cuter about it is that it gives you encouraging words and a timeline for when to drink everything by. So it's assuming that you would drink it twice a day. So at 8 a.m. and then again at 1 p.m. it's let's go. Then at 9 a.m. and again at 2 p.m. it's drink up. Then at 10 a.m. and 3 p.m. it's keep going. Then at 11 a.m. and again at 4 p.m. it's you can do it. And then at 12 p.m. and 5 p.m. it says cheers. I'm already on my second bottle today, but I drink a lot of water. Hi, Shams from Iraq. That's cool that you could join from so far away. But I got to tell you, cucumber, ginger, and lime is absolutely a winner. And as I create more combinations, I'll share them with you. And if you've never put cucumber in your water before, I have to tell you, it is absolutely refreshing. I prefer it with other things. I like cucumber, lime, and ginger together. Mint is also great in this combination, and we could talk about that more another time. Someone asked again what I'm wearing today. This is the Audra poncho, and I thought it was very timely to bring it out right now, because just because I live in the tropics and I wear things more for beach cover-up than poncho, I just wanted to remind you that this is absolutely a fantastic accessory for wearing as an outer layer in the fall. This is perfectly timed for fall right now if you're in a cooler climate than me. It's like instead of wearing a hoodie, a sweatshirt, or a sweater, you could absolutely wear this poncho over a long sleeve top and pants. You don't necessarily have to just wear it as a beach cover-up like I do. It would be absolutely gorgeous as an outerwear or just as your top. Let's say you wore it with jeans or pants with a monochromatic look underneath. This doesn't have to be your outerwear like coat. It could be your sweater for the day also, because then it's just like an oversized tunic. You could wear it over leggings even. It would make a great top that way. So think of it as a poncho and also as a top. And as you can see, it's plenty long enough to cover up your booty if you're wearing leggings instead of pants. Absolutely perfect for leggings and a top as well. It is a beautiful, beautiful pattern with two different types of motifs. As you can see, there's the large round medallion motifs, and then there's some mini motifs in the center here. Judy has posted some links to the pattern, and thank you so much for that, Judy. This pattern includes written instructions as well as detailed charts, and there are video tutorials for it as well. But wait, there's more. Anyway, the pattern also comes with two other patterns included. It comes with a larger tote bag pattern using these motifs, and then a smaller bag, which I didn't think to bring them this morning. I should have. Next time I will. So a couple of reasons why I added the two extra patterns to this. First of all, who doesn't like to have an ensemble, right? So having a bag to match your top is super cute in the first place. But I wanted to show you how incredibly gorgeous this is in one color and in multicolors. So in the tote bag, I did it in 5 different colors of Be So Baby yarn, and in this one I did it in a solid color. So you could see, compare and contrast all of the different beautiful nuances between doing it in a solid color and multicolor. And then because the bag ends up having holes in it because of the nature of this design, I made a smaller drawstring pouch that you can put inside the bag to keep your, to keep your important things that you don't want to fall through. Like if you wanted to put your keys in there or other small things, you could put them in the drawstring pouch that would then be protected inside the tote bag. Hopefully that makes sense. And if you're interested in this pattern, you can follow the link that Judy provided in the pre-chat here. They're in the live chat. We'll also be sharing that link in the show notes when we update the video description when the live stream goes to recorded. I will stop talking here for a second and look. You'll have to look at the pattern, Lori. If you follow the link, it's very easy to figure out. You just follow the link that Judy provided on my website, and that pattern page will tell you exactly everything you need to know. How many balls of yarn you'll need, what size crochet hook you'll need, all of that information will be there, and what size it is, and what gauge, all of it's there. Hi Rennie, hi Edna, good morning. Everything you need is listed on the pattern page before purchase. And like I was saying, I don't necessarily think this is going to replace my iron flask when I'm going to be spending extended periods of time outdoors. I really like how insulated my iron flask water bottle is. So like for long walks, long runs, long bike rides, definitely the superior choice. But for in the house and throughout the day to add some flavor to my water without adding calories, I'm very excited about having this diffuser. I think strawberry and basil will be nice. I think lemon and mint will be nice. I think pineapple and mango and all sorts of other fruits, mixed berries, there's so many different ways you could add a little flavor without adding a whole lot of calories in here. And today I'm doing lime, cucumber, and ginger. Mint would also be good in here as well. I just didn't have any mint this morning. Parsley would be wonderful in any of these as well. If you've never put parsley in your water before, it is very, very refreshing as well. All right, does anybody have any questions for me? Hi from Switzerland. Wow, we've got a lot of international people here today. We've got people from Iraq and Switzerland and India. Wonderful. Yeah, parsley's great in water. Parsley has some medicinal benefits in water too. I can't remember. I'll have to look it up. I did know somebody before that used to drink parsley in his water every day. I believe it was to reduce his blood pressure. I will double check that later and get back to you, but I know it did. It was some health benefit, and he would steep his water with parsley and then chill it overnight and then drink it the next day. I'll have to look up and see what the medicinal benefit for it was. Yes, it's definitely good for digestion too. Ginger and parsley are good for that. But he did it for a health scare that he had. And I want to say it was blood pressure, but I do not remember, so I will have to check that. Okay, hi Mariana. Hi Renata. Hi Debbie. Good morning. What's the temperature here this morning? I have no idea. I don't know. I did not check it. It's not as hot as normal though. It does feel kind of moderate. I'm not sweating profusely yet. I did bring my Be So Easy scrunchie, and I left my hair down so that I could show you how I do that twisted messy bun. I'll turn around when I decide to do that. I guess we could do it right now. Let's see if I can describe it properly while I'm doing it. First of all, if I sit like this, is that good enough? Am I in camera? I'm going to turn around for a second just so I can see if anybody will answer me. Is this a good position? Lisa says yes. Thank you, Lisa. Okay. So normally I would twist the sides here. I would take these bits and twist them, or I would braid the top first, but we'll just do a very simple one. So I'm going to grab all my hair, pull it through halfway, like that, until there's a bump here, then twist this and pull it through again. Did I do that right? Hold on. I'm going to do it once without saying anything. Get it. Okay, I can't wrap my head around it at the moment, so it's not going to work this morning. But so you notice that I pulled a bunch of my hair through, and then as I twisted the other half, and it could be that my hair is just not quite long enough to show you exaggerated. Like when you do something on your own without having to show people, you don't do as exaggerated of moves sometimes. But there's something about twisting. When you twist the scrunchie that second time, you're pulling another loop of hair through that one, so that when you pull it over the original bump, you then have two bumps. I know I'm thinking too hard. I need to practice. I need to practice demonstrating it. I do it every frigging day for myself. I thought for sure I'd be okay doing it this morning, but I really overthought it. I don't know. There's live. But this is the fun part of live. I love it when you have to make things work when they don't work. there's great life lessons in knowing how to not freak out when things don't work out well. There really are. Yeah, it didn't work out. So what? Guess what? We're gonna practice more, and I'll show you again another day because it really is lovely. It's a much cuter bun than what I ended up doing just now. And you've seen it. I've shown it to you multiple times. You can hear me thinking, yeah. Let's see if I can do it without you watching. Wouldn't that be funny? No, I can't wrap my head around it this morning. That's hilarious. Or did I do it? And I just, you know what? I did do it. I think just that twist. Okay, let's try one more time. Okay. So I think I'm getting a second loop just by doing that twist. So watch. So what ends up happening is I have these 2 loops then, and when I have 2 loops to pull, and it's when I have 2 loops to pull that it makes my bun look more voluminous. So when I twisted it, and I didn't do a great job of it there. You know what, my hair is silky soft because I washed it this morning. I usually need a little more grit in my hair. So like product, 2nd day hair, 3rd day hair. So we'll try it again tomorrow morning, and I'll probably be able to show you that second bump. So by twisting it before pulling it back over, you get that, you know how we had that first bump, it creates a second bump so that once the bun's in place, you can then pull out some pieces of both bumps of hair. And for someone with fine hair like me, it makes my bun look way bigger. It doesn't hurt that my scrunchie is a similar color to my hair, and you may want to consider that if you're making it. Pick a color of yarn that's close to your hair color. However, I still want to do one in hot pink, and I still want to do one in turquoise. So like cyan is calling my name, and so is fuchsia. Both of those colors would make super cute scrunchies that will match a lot of things that I wear. I'd like one in black still too. I made one for Marlon's girlfriend in chocolate variegated, and I kind of want one for myself in that color too. So I don't think it's necessarily just because it matches my hair, but the volume of the yarn, being a number 5 bulky weight yarn, definitely helps to make your messy bun look bigger. And doing that twist so that you get 2 bumps that you can pull out little bits of hair. Whether you have fine hair or thick hair, it's still going to make your messy bun bigger, and I'm pretty sure that the trend is still pretty popular for big messy buns. So, screen's going dark. I was hoping we'd have time to do a little demo on lifelines in knitting. So let's move the camera. Thanks, Judy. Judy's sharing a link to my 10-minute easy scrunchie pattern. It is 10 minutes. You can get a bunch from 1 ball of yarn. I do think this would make great quick gifts. You could make gifts for an entire team of girls, let's say a volleyball team or a cheerleading squad. You could make gifts for, you can make stocking stuffers for a bunch of people. You can get a bunch of them in 1 ball of yarn. You could even sell them as a 3-pack. Sell them in assorted colors. Like, they don't take very long to make at all, which means the labor's low, which means it's a great idea for selling as well. So let's move the camera down here for a little bit. Is that good? Let me see if I can see my hands. My hands look pretty good on there. What I wanted to show you today, and so keep in mind while I'm doing a demo, I will not be able to see your questions and comments. If your question is important to you and I don't get to it, always feel welcome to come back when this is no longer a live stream. When that red live button is gone, you can leave your comment there, and then it remains a fixed comment on the video, and I can get notified of that and answer you from there. Also, if you have questions for Q&A sessions, I would definitely like to hear them, so please, no subject is off limits. If I decide something's too personal, I will obviously not answer it, but please, sky's the limit. Ask me anything, and I would definitely like to continue doing, I would definitely like to pursue a Q&A session for the show. I should talk to you to your face when I tell you this. I definitely would love to hear from you. If you have questions for me about any subject, ask. If it's something that I feel that could be helpful or interesting, I will absolutely share it. I've loved some of the questions I've been getting so far, and I've been compiling a list, so keep them coming. Thank you. All right, so let's move the camera down again. It's so stiff. Okay, are we back to my hands? I just can't see. Get a little closer. Okay, so lifelines. Get asked questions an awful lot about lifelines, especially since I've said that I don't use them. I don't use them, and it might just be because I'm bored and I like to take risks sometimes, or it might be because I like to challenge myself. There is no reason whatsoever why you shouldn't use a lifeline, especially if you're new to knitting and you're afraid of making mistakes, you're intimidated by how to fix mistakes. A lifeline is your insurance policy. So please don't necessarily take what I say as advice. I don't use them, but it's not for any good reason. If you are interested in lifelines, by all means, please use them, because they will save you so many headaches, especially if you don't know how to fix mistakes. So what you're going to do is take a contrast piece of yarn, preferably a different color. You can use the same yarn, different yarn, doesn't really matter, but it needs to be a contrast color so you can see it. And you're going to thread it onto a yarn needle and insert it into the live stitches while they're still on the knitting needle. Okay, we're not removing stitches and we're not knitting stitches. We're not going to include the stitch marker, though. It's really important that you don't put this on the stitch marker, because once we add this lifeline, we're going to continue knitting other rows, and if you knit the stitch marker, it would be stuck in that row. So that is a very good tip that might not come naturally. Okay, you want to make sure that you work into the stitch and not split the stitch. You want to make sure you work into the stitch and not into the stitch below. You want to be mindful and take your time when adding your lifeline. Again, this is an insurance policy, so if you have to take a little time to do it, so what? It's going to be worth it, because let's say you make a mistake 10 rows, 50 rows, 100 rows from now. Wouldn't you like to be able to unravel back to where the mistake was? Or let's say you make a mistake on the next row and you don't notice it for 10, 50, 100 rows. Wouldn't you like to be able to go back to the mistake instead of going back to the very beginning of your project? Okay, so as you can see, we have our stitches, we have our lifeline inserted, threaded into every stitch. I hope this is live showing up. I'm gonna lift the camera up now. I just want confirmation from somebody that you could see that. My screen's so dark that there was no way I could see it from that angle. Can anybody confirm that that was easy to see? And then I'll move on. Yay, yay, thank you. Thank you so much for your feedback. Okay, so I took my yarn needle off of the lifeline now, and now I'm going to continue knitting, okay? So once it's there, it's just there. You don't have to do anything else about it. So let's chat about something else while I knit a couple of rows, and then I'll show you how we go back down to the lifeline. Okay? So, anybody have any questions? I'll just knit a couple of rows here so we can get away from that stitch marker, because I want you to be able to see how it looks in the body of work when we're separate from it. I did juggle around a couple of scheduled videos this week, and I'm not sure if we have a live premiere at 9:30 this morning or not. Does anybody know? Judy, do you know? I can't remember if we have one today. I know we have 2 video. Oh, in 4 minutes. Oh, geez. Yeah, I better hurry up. So it is. So the Callie Mae Knit and Crochet Cowl video part 1 is live premiering in a couple of minutes. The recipe of the vegetable black bean soup will premiere after the show tomorrow. I do have a beach yoga show scheduled for episode 908 tomorrow. Is tomorrow 908? The Kristin Omdahl show episode 908 is scheduled for tomorrow at 9, and it is some beach yoga. It is pre-recorded, So you will be watching me do yoga. I will have a blog post linked in the video description so that you can see so you can see a description of all of the yoga poses that I'm using. I wasn't necessarily teaching in the video. I was showing you what I do when I do a really relaxing yoga at the beach. If you are not familiar with the actual poses that I used, you are absolutely encouraged to read the blog post that will be linked in the video description, and there I will mention not only every yoga pose that I used, but also my tips and tricks on yoga, as well as a description of how to do each of those poses. I thought that as my first attempt at beach yoga, I really wanted you to be able to hear the waves and hear the water, so I didn't want to talk too much. I did simply mention which poses I was doing, and I would definitely like your feedback. If beach yoga is something you want me to continue to do, please let me know what you liked or didn't like about tomorrow's episode. And then right after that, I will be live premiering a wonderful recipe for a super healthy, brothy and vegetable rich black bean soup that I think you're going to love. Everybody that tried it here loved it too. And at the end of the recipe, I show you how to make your own lime salt tortilla chips with no oil, baking them in the oven. So pretty awesome. Okay, so you can see here now that our Lifeline is no longer on our live needles. It's on some stitches a couple rows below. So let me show you. Let's say we recognize that mistake now. You would take your stitches off your needles and you unravel back to the Lifeline. Okay? And now those live stitches are preserved on the Lifeline so that now we can go back and pick up our stitches from the Lifeline and keep moving forward. So you would put those stitches back, you would leave the Lifeline, do not thread the Lifeline onto your knitting needle. Just thread the live stitches, and you can keep that Lifeline in place to use it for the next time you continue on going now. So hopefully that's helpful for you. If you have any questions about Lifelines, by all means ask them. I did write a blog post overnight about circular knitting needles for those of you that had questions about what size length cord to use with other ones. I wrote a very extensive blog post on circular knitting needles, and you can find that on my blog post, on my blog right now. It's the most recent blog post. Those of you that had questions about circular knitting needles are going to love that blog post. I'll remind you again, I'll share it in a mailing list also. So the next time I send out an email, I'll send out a reminder about that blog post as well. If you can join me for the live premiere of video part 1 for the Callie Mae Knit and Crochet Cowl, we will be live premiering that in 2 minutes here on my YouTube channel. And if you have any questions at all about anything I talked about today, or anything in any of my videos, or you have suggestions for Q&As, please always feel welcome to leave them for me in the comments. Let us make time to create, share, and inspire today and every day. Have a wonderful day, everybody, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.